On one fateful day of February 24th, 2022, the world witnessed the inception of the Ukraine war, a day etched in memory as the beginning of an era riddled with uncertainty. The storm clouds of war loomed heavily, but the tempest that followed was more devastating than anyone had bargained for. The aftermath of this catastrophe has unfurled like a somber tapestry across the European and Western landscape, casting a shadow of financial distress and shattered dreams. Hi and welcome, I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. The Western hearts that initially opened to embrace Ukrainian refugees have now reluctantly contemplated closing their doors. The people who once extended their hands in support of war efforts are now grappling with the reality of their dwindling savings. As the cost of this crisis reverberated through homes and economies, making ends meet transformed into a Herculean feat. The Biden administration, with its unwavering backing of Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, unwittingly ignited the spark that ignited the war with Russia. Zelensky, the architect of a utopian vision of wealth redistribution, exhorted Europeans and Americans to relinquish their worries about wealth and instead fund Ukraine's battle against Russia. Meanwhile, to destroy the Russian economy, Western allies imposed harsh sanctions on Russian trade. Little did anyone anticipate the depths of chaos this would unleash. The unveiling of a global wealth report paints a damning picture of the consequences of these decisions. Amid sanctions and conflict, an astonishing revelation has emerged. Russia's wealth has surged by $600 billion, according to the annual Global Wealth Report by the Swiss bank. Russian millionaires multiplied by 56,000, swelling to a staggering 408,000 in 2022. Even more astonishing, the ranks of ultra-high net worth individuals worth over $50 million surged by almost 4,500. In stark contrast, the West pled wealth like never before. The United States, reeling from the aftershocks of its own actions, hemorrhaged $5.9 trillion in wealth in a single year. The combined losses of North America and Europe amounted to a staggering $10.9 trillion as reported by UBS. A million few American millionaires stood by the end of 2022, casting a shadow over a nation that still accounted for over half of the world's ultra-high net worth individuals. This stark statistic, though nearly a year old, paints only half the picture. The situation has likely worsened as the nation's GDP tumbles in tandem with the decline of personal wealth. The economic turmoil has taken on a sinister hue, pushing Germany and the Netherlands into the unforgiving clutches of recession. The rest of Europe watches with bated breath as they teeter on the precipice of a catastrophe poised to strike with unforgiving force. It is quite ironic to see that the Ukraine war and the sanctions were designed to cripple the Russian economy. However, we have an outcome where the West emerges as the bearer of poverty. The grand ambitions of those who believed they could orchestrate a downfall have instead turned into a financial maelstrom of epic proportion. The casualties are not just abstract figures on a balance sheet, they are the lives disrupted, the dreams shattered, and the aspirations crushed. The financial scars inflicted on the West serve as a testament to the perils of short-sightedness and misguided actions. This is a lesson carved into the annals of history, a reminder that the cost of unchecked ambition is borne not only by nations but by the people who trusted in their leaders.